Good evening to our viewing audience. We are here live this evening with Early Access Training Center and the trainees of Allied Healthcare. My name is Nakia Lang, Human Resources Manager at the National Training Agency, and I'm joined by
Mr. Antoine Cunningham, Audiovisual Media Manager, and we are in for an exciting show today, Nakia.
Indeed we are, Mr. Cunningham. We will be back after this short commercial break to speak with one of our training providers in the Allied Healthcare program.
I'm excited.
I am also.
Do you long for an unwavering sense of purpose and conviction? Repositioned Here to Air by Agatha K. Marcel dispels the myth that to be successful, one must maintain a separate personal and professional life. Learn how childhood interests are strong indicators of the path you will take and how your fundamental principles and morals will stay with you even through life's detours. Your purpose comes from God, and the closer you get to Him, the clearer your purpose will become. Available at Amazon, your local bookstore, or at Trilogy.tv.
Welcome back. And if you're joining us for the first time, please share this link with family and friends. I am now joined with Ms. Jen Roll, our training provider here at Early Access Training Center, who provides services in allied healthcare for our trainees. Ms. Roll, can you tell us about the Allied Healthcare program?
Thank you. The Allied Healthcare Program is an exciting program that we offer here at Early Access Training Center, having partnered with National Training Agency. It is a 14-week program, and it introduces the students to the healthcare field. Also, it gives them a lot of skills in direct patient care. It trains them in CPR and first aid, and they're able to build their skills. They get clinical experience to start them as beginning workers in the healthcare field.
That is amazing stuff. So tell me, how long have you been partnering with the National Training Agency in offering this service?
From at least around 2020 or before, we've been partnering with NTA, and we've seen many students come in and have been very successful in the program.
All right, that is always good to know that the program is indeed working for our trainees. So I'm going to ask you, Ms. Roll, so far with the trainees, what has been your most memorable experience with our trainees in the Allied Healthcare program?
For me, the students, when they get that aha moment, when something clicks and the light comes on, when they connect the theory with the practice, is always exciting for me. Presently, we are honing our skills in vital signs, and the students are doing so very well. To see them progress from taking more than 10 minutes to do a set of vital signs to coming down to 5 minutes is an awesome and an astronomical accomplishment, and I am so excited about their skills that they're beginning to master.
That is very good to know. I have also been privy to some of the training here at Early Access. I joined them for a Zoom call where I was made aware of medical terminology. And trust me, learning the suffixes and root words and prefixes was an awesome, awesome experience for me. It was really quite a knowledgeable one. Ms. Rowe, can you tell me how important is allied healthcare to the Bahamian economy?
Allied healthcare is extremely important to the Bahamian economy, in that we have a lot of loved ones sometimes that are ill and are not hospitalized. However, we would want somebody who is skilled and knowledgeable to take care of those relatives for us. As we are away, we can't take care of them ourselves. We want to know that there's somebody who is skilled, who knows what to do in the case of an emergency to manage our loved ones while we can't do it ourselves. So allied healthcare is extremely important, and it's becoming more and more noticed every day in the healthcare field. Yes, it is an entry position. However, it is a very important position in making sure that our patients get the best care, and our trainees here, they are indeed getting the qualifications that they need to do the job that needs to be done well for the loved ones that we have ill at home.
There you have it, folks. At the National Training Agency, we are equipping our trainees with the fundamentals necessary to work in the hospital or in private home sectors, taking care of the elderly. Mrs. Roll, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It was indeed a pleasure speaking with you on everything allied healthcare. We are going to be back after another short break, and we'll be accompanied by Mr. Antoine Cunningham, who will take us into how the trainees are expressing their interest in allied healthcare.
housekeeping jobs are in high demand in the Bahamas. Hotels, administrative offices, retail stores, restaurants, hospitals, and schools all need housekeeping professionals that are well trained and ready to get the job done. NTA is pleased to offer training for housekeeping attendants, janitorial, and custodial staff. Successful trainees receive international certification through City and Guilds. If you are interested in signing up for the next session, call us today at 461-6021.
Well, we are back, and I am so happy to be here at the Early Access Center with my colleague, Ms. Nakia Lang, and we have the honor and privilege just to speak with the training provider here as well as some of the trainees, and I have the privilege of speaking with one of our very own allied health trainees in the person of Ms. Chamiqua Stubbs, and she's about to tell us about her experience so far. Please, if you are just joining us, either on Facebook or YouTube, please continue to like and share this video. We want to get this following up today. I'm sure most of you, I see some persons are joining this live right now, so I'm excited about that, but let's continue to share this link with family and friends. So, Chamiqua, I want to ask you, how did you hear about the Allied Health program?
So I was currently looking for a job, and normally I would go on Facebook to look, and you guys kept popping up every time I would go, and I was pretty hesitant. Every day you guys would either be on my status or I'd see you guys talking and I'd be very much inspired. So instead of trying to look for a job, I took the opportunity to try and focus on my career of being a nurse.
That is so awesome. And I know being a nurse, it's not something that's cut out for everybody. Everybody ain't cut out for it. And I think a lot of times we don't understand how hard people in the medical field have to work. So I give you your kudos for actually wanting to be in this particular profession, and I believe that you will do well. So what I want to ask you next, what are your plans after you would have finished this training at NTA and Early Access Center? What's next for you?
Well, I am planning on being a registered nurse. I spoke with Dr. Adelie, she was telling me about med prep, and she was basically explaining that when I am done with being a PCA and I continue the courses with being my PCT, I could either work or enroll, and she would give me more information about it. But that's something that I think I want to follow up with.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I wish you all the best in that, and I can tell just by speaking to you right now, I can tell that you have the attitude that is needed to be in the profession that you're going after. So, which brings me to my next question. Would you actually recommend the Allied Health program and just the training in general at NTA? Would you recommend that to other young Bahamians?
I would recommend NTA in general for young Bahamians just coming out of school or trying to find opportunity somewhere. NTA is very much a place for you to be. Their soft skills are very much needed when you don't have much experience with interviews and when you don't know much about the work field. They help with that, and along with Allied Health, I feel as though if you have the dream to be a nurse or to be in the medical field, that you could come to NTA and experience the opportunity for yourself.
Awesome. And it's so interesting that you talked about the soft skills, because I was going to throw in a question about that to tell us what you remembered from the mandatory workforce prep. A lot of people, they don't know when you sign up for NTA, it's not just the discipline that you sign, because we have several disciplines. It's allied health, it's auto body service and care, it's office procedures, so many different, culinary and baking, so many different disciplines you can sign up for. But there's that 4-week mandatory workforce prep training that comes prior to you even going into the discipline, and it talks about workplace values and practices, how to deal with conflict, how to deal with co-workers, and these are the things, no matter which profession you are in, These are the things that you need to know. And believe it or not, there are a lot of people in the workforce who have been in the workforce for years and they still lack these skills. A lot of them don't know how to talk to people. You know, they don't even know how to deal with themselves, much less anybody else. And I think that's another topic that's covered, self-awareness. So thank you for joining me today. Jamiko, I wish you all the best. I can't wait. I wish I could get some medical attention from you when I get sick, you know, but I look, yes, you hear that? What did you say?
I say you can come. You're very much welcome.
Make sure we document that, you all. Make sure. All right. But this has been a pleasure being here at the Early Access Center. Please continue to like and share this video even after we sign off today. We are so happy that you joined us, and we wish you all the best.
Do you think you are tech savvy? Or do you want to improve your knowledge in Microsoft Office applications? I have some great news for you. NTA is pleased to announce that for the first time, we are introducing a Business Applications and Technology course. This course will focus on equipping trainees with the knowledge and skills needed to work in a high-performance, technology-driven business and office environment. You will learn how to configure and use PC hardware and software, create and edit documents in Microsoft Word, create spreadsheets in Microsoft Excel, create PowerPoint presentations, and manage meetings, emails, and contacts with Microsoft Outlook. Don't you dare miss this opportunity. To register, visit NTA on Gladstone Road and Munnings Drive. You can also register online at www.ntabahamas.org. For more information, dial 461-6000. Don't delay. Register with NTA today.
Well, we are back here in another NTA Exclusive episode, and I am so happy to be here. I have the honor and the privilege of being here with Dr. Teresa Adderley, and she is our training provider for our allied health training that we offer at the National Training Agency. Dr. Adderley, how are you doing today?
I am just marvelous. Thank you so much. And what about you? I love this color on your.
Oh man, thank you so much. I had to find something in my closet to come out for this recording today, but it's such a joy for me to be here to talk to you about what I believe is one of our most important training disciplines at NTA going right now, which brings me to my first question for you. How long have you been working along with the National Training Agency?
Well, I've been working with the NTA for about 7 to 8 years. I've been doing the allied health, specifically the patient care technician, patient care assistant modules.
Awesome. And in your opinion, how has that experience been going so far?
Well, it's been doing great. Just to elaborate a little bit more, you asked about NTA, but I've been in health for almost 37 years.
Wow.
And I just want to say and take this moment to say I worked abroad for a number of years. And when I came back to the Bahamas about 23 plus years ago, one of the things I noticed was there was no one doing formal training as relates to allied health. When I had left actually to go off to do my education, I actually was trained by a nurse in the hospital, one of the hospitals here in Nassau. And it was not even a certificate program, it was on-the-job training. And when I got back, I met the exact same thing happening. Wow. And so with that being said, Early Access Training Center was born, and so was the Patient Care Technician program. That is one of the most sought after trade in the allied health because it allows for a number of competencies to be rolled over into one. And just to explain that a little bit, when I say competencies, I'm thinking like, for example, clerical, blood drawing, EKG. This person can do all of those things and just being a patient care technician. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, that kind of went right into my next question because I was going to ask you, how important would you say allied health jobs are in the Bahamas right now? You already said that a lot of persons go after that patient care training, and I can see it whenever we have a cohort and we are offering allied health. Everybody wants to get into allied health. Yes. So elaborate on how important allied health jobs are in the Bahamian economy.
Listen to me. Let's think about COVID. Let's think about Dorian. Let's think about 9/11. In every one of those examples, healthcare individuals were represented.
Yes.
And of course the morticians to some extent. But when you think about allied health is an integral part of our life. And if you can take your car to a mechanic, you should take someone who you're going to should be certified in what they're doing. And so I'm a proponent that healthcare professionals put their mistakes in the grave. And so just to say, oh, I know somebody who can just come and take care of my mother or something no, we're not looking at that. We're looking at somebody who can tell you if the blood sugar level is below 60, what do I need to do? If the blood sugar level is above 150, what needs to happen? If the person stops breathing, how many chest compressions? That's not somebody who's taking care of somebody. That's somebody who has gone through an intensive curriculum, who knows what they're doing.
Absolutely. And you got me so interested in allied health now. And it definitely sounds like something, it's not just a regular job. It almost sounds like something that you have to feel called to do, and I appreciate, and I shared with our trainee earlier on in this program, that it's such a privilege that she even thought about doing allied health and wanted to seek after that field. So definitely it takes a special kind of person to be an allied health.
Absolutely, it is a calling. I can teach you your ABCs. I can teach you to count 1, 2, 3, but I can't teach you about your affective domain, how nice you're going to be, how empathetic you're going to be. You have to bring that to the table. So with you bringing that to the table and wanting, and most of the times when you interview persons in the allied health, they would say, my grandmother told me to, I want you to be a nurse, or I saw it in you. So those are some of the things. People have to see it in you. You want to have to do it. And, allied health and the nursing profession has been taking so many blows, with negative criticisms coming across the internet and so forth. We need people with positive attitudes in the healthcare industry. Like I said, we're here at Early Access Training Center and with NTA to bring that balance of the information related to the theory and the clinical. But the individual needs to bring that empathy and bring that effective into the formula.
Wow, thank you so much for all of that information. That was certainly informative, and I'm sure persons who are viewing this show, if they didn't know about allied health or how important it is, they definitely know now. Which brings me into another question. I know we always get the question at the beginning of the cohort, how long is the training going to last? How long does the allied health training with NTA last? And tell us a little bit about the important modules that are covered.
So it's approximately, so when you look at the patient care assistant, it is one level above the nursing assistant. Wow. And then followed by the patient care technician, which is a level above the PCA. And it's just a matter of weeks. So when you're looking at about 8 weeks, it's the certified nursing assistant. Then when you look at up to 14 weeks, that would be the PCA. And when you look at about 20 to 24 weeks, you're looking at the patient care technician level. Okay. So anywhere from 8 weeks to 24 weeks, which is 2 months to 6 months, you will walk out with a certificate. One of the things I want to add to that is the modules. So I mentioned it earlier, blood sugar taking. Yes, I can prick your finger, but what does it mean? Mm-hmm. Yes, I can do your blood pressure, but what does it mean? Yes, I can draw blood, but I can do some other damage while I'm doing that. And so those are some of the things that are covered, some major modules that are covered in the patient care assistance program. So for NTA, we do a 14-week component.
Wow, that's awesome. This is some good information that we are sharing today, folks. I can already see people chiming in online, and I'm sure there are going to be other questions and comments coming in. And we welcome you to continue to share this video with your family and friends even after today's show is done. If you have any questions, please give us a call. The number should be showing to the bottom of the screen right now, 461-6000. And you can also visit our website, www.ntabahamas.org, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. This brings me to my final question today. Dr. Teresa, do you think that this training would place successful candidates in a more employable position so that they can get a job in the medical field, and why?
Absolutely, absolutely. You would have heard me said earlier, about 23 years ago, I brought in this PCT into the Bahamas. I was one of the first to bring in the patient care technician program. And during that time, as I was bringing in the program, people would call me and they would make some, who are these people? Why are you doing this? And I say, if you can take your car, like I said, to the mechanic, you can employ somebody who knows what they're doing. I can say, after 23 plus years of teaching patient care technician, that's the word now. If you see somebody dress up in their uniform and they say, what are you doing? Oh, I'm a patient care technician. I'm a PCA. I'm like, it just warms my heart to know, that, it just took something to think about. It started off as a thought, and now it's emerged into a profession, and persons are actually into this technician field. So persons now are saying, I'm not going to take my mom to anybody. You have to be a patient care assistant or patient care technician. And people do call me. They call me a lot. They say, Dr. Adley, do you know anybody who's a patient care technician who could come and do this for me or do that for me? So the word's out. And so definitely, if you want to come into the field, you need to have that certificate. And just to add, we offer, as a part of the program, certification. So persons will say, I'm a certified patient care technician. No, you're not certified until you take the exam. So there is an exam, international exam, that makes this person much more valuable once they would have completed the patient care assistant certification program course.
Awesome. Again, that is great information. You make me almost want to change professions. Well, there you have it, folks. Yes. I have had the privilege of just talking briefly with Dr. Teresa Adley, and she is our training provider at the Early Access Training Center for Allied Health. And for those of you who are interested in the Allied Health program, particularly if you're trying to become a patient care technician, did I get it right? Yes. Please give us a call today at 461-6000. Again, you can visit us on Gladstone Road and Munnings Drive. We're right across from Bahamas Waste. And you can also visit us online, www.ntabahamas.org. Thank you, Dr. Teresa. Yes,
thank you.
Yes. It's really been a pleasure, and I hope we get to do this again soon.
I'm right here.
All right. Well, God bless you all. Thank you for joining us for another edition of NTA Exclusive. We're so happy to see you online. We thank you if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Please continue to share this link. We will see you again next week.